Hi guys, welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 2. Continuation of my Lokhir Fellhort campaign in very hard difficulty. I've got this battle against L'Oreal. She's showing up with her army. This is one of those armies that hasn't been destroyed yet because they're all ranked up. It gives me the option of a Pyrrhic victory if I auto-resolve it. So my army's got the advantage in the auto. But I do take heavy casualties. So I'm going to fight it and see if I can take less casualties. Well, the problem is going to be she's got a lot of flyers. She's got 6 flying units. And this is the problem with the High Elves. They do build a hell of a lot of flyers. And they do have bolt thrower there as well. Then again, I've got Black Ark.
Feared by all, black-hearted lord.
Dealers in death. Blackguards, eager for battle. Cold-blooded killers. Cold-blooded killers.
Dealers in death.
Shades. Dark elves. We are ready. Merciless warriors. Druki.
Dreadlord.
Kane's chosen!
We can go over here.
Dealers in death. Shades. Nagorothi.
Cold-blooded killers.
I normally wouldn't deploy anything like this. It's a very messy formation.
Merciless warriors.
But
We are ready. Bolt throwers.
I can't really risk deploying my shades up here because of how many flyers he's got. And he's also got 11 Reavers and Dragon Princes as well. So if I deploy them there, they're going to get annihilated. And I don't want to risk losing my shades because they're my game winning unit, not the Blackguard. Blackguard I can lose, I'll just replace them. Well, I can replace the shades as well, to be fair, but I'd rather not lose them for the sake of one bolt thrower that isn't going to do that much damage. And especially not when I can use my Black Ark's abilities to destroy it. Still firing. God knows how they've still got 3 working bolt throwers after that.
Onwards to murder.
That's what happened to the that one that I hit the first one.
The Black Arts are firing! Enemy enchantment! Their magi on us! Power of the arm! Shades! Cold-blooded killers! Shades! The merciless host!
Oh god,
Going!
my general
hag!
getting mauled by a pigeon.
Power of Cain!
Advancing! Let others die!
Pull back!
Where'd the general go? I saw him run off.
The Black Arts!
There.
Shades! Dark Elves! End them! It is done! With pleasure! Shades! We are ready! Eager for battle! Shades! By Drakira! Blood will flow! Dealers in death! The merciless host! On to slaughter! Forward! Glorious destruction! Murder awaits!
Death hag!
Tyrant of Nagaroth! Move!
Shades! Druki!
Death hag! Feel the daw!
By Cain! Shades! Massacre them! Battle ready! Massacre them! Nagarothi! My blade hungers! Incoming enemy fire!
Mystery upon mystery!
Onward! Druki, forwards! Bolt throwers! Dark elves!
Death hag!
The battle is lost!
Well, according to my screen rate.
They're firing
Right, so I just
on
need to
us.
see what I've lost and compare it to what they said I was going to lose.
Merciless warriors! Shades!
Missed. Okay. We've still got a Ferric. Against that many flyers, kind of to be expected. I think I've lost 2-3 units, something like that. Which is way less than what they said. And it looks like she's lost a bulk of her flyers.
have prevailed.
Only 2 units of Blackguard. Well, in the casualty resolve it gave me, because it was high... Oh, in fact, no. 1 unit of shade as well. In the casualty result it gave me, I lost all my Blackguard and about 4 units of shades. So the fact that I've reduced it down to 3 from like 6, 7, I'll take it.
Set the sails. Lord of the Black Court. Die!
Now we finish the ditch.
Death and carnage wait. Bind them. Yes.
Back to
Plotting a
respawn
course.
for you.
Double time. Anchors away. A brief interlude.
See, taking that has its good benefits and bad benefits. Magical attacks, so yeah, you can bypass physical resistance, stuff like that. But then things that are magic resistant, like phoenixes, you're going to have a harder time killing. Now also you're going to have magic resistance, which is going to make you a bit more durable. We'll have to test it and just see how it goes.
Tyrant.
Immortality for her. She's now going nowhere.
What?
Noble of Nagaroth.
Shakara's there. There's an army that's moved up there, isn't there? That's really weird.
Lokhir fell.
I don't understand where he's come from. It's quite strange.
Certainly not. Lord of the Black Court. Misguided. Druki Lord. Ridiculous. Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
That.
Death to the weak. What now?
Okay. Southern Great Jungle. Where's the other one? That one. Right. Alistair's going that way. Okay. Where's he going is the question. See, because they're behind me now, I think they're going to create a problem. Because I think he's going to go and attack provinces that I'm going to have to pull my army back to defend. Then they're going to push and attack these things here, which is going to be really, really fucking annoying. See, if he attacked with that army, he'd probably munch him.
Oh, mighty lord, the fates have surely selected you for great.
If he's coming up here to me, it's fine. But I've just got this feeling he's going to try and cross and go for this. And if I have to choose between a city and a town, I'll choose a city every single day. They're far more valuable than towns.
Admiral of Kar's fleet.
But the thing is, there's nowhere for that army to have come from. Is what bothers me.
There for the Kraken.
We want that. We probably want that. And we're definitely going to need that. Shit. So, 1, 2, and then we need a third building. So, I'll keep the shade building and I'll get rid of that one. Ooh. Ambush success chance, all armies. Yeah, love that.
Obey! A loyal first mate.
The chill winds
Take that,
blow.
we've got another complete province. We don't want any slaves in there yet. What if I can convince these to actually join the battle?
Me!
Because beast catchers love me. And they don't like Hexawatl.
Ha! This had better
Hang
be
about.
good.
No, they're not at war with Hexawatl. Trojan war against Hexawatl. And I will give you money. That's low in that amount, really? Fair enough. Cost me 60 grand, but I had 200,000 and I'm getting 10,000 turns, so in 6 turns I've got that back. Who's this? Driven. Makes his army that much cheaper. Right.
Futile.
Fucking looks like Alistair's got a lot of flyers as well.
Malevolent
How many
lord.
flyers have you got? Three star dragons. Well, he ain't got a bolt thrower at least. Hang on, this is casualties low. I lose 1 unit of Blackguard, that's it. If I lightning strike, I don't even lose that.
Slaughter calls
I'll
us.
take it. See, sometimes that little lightning strike button, difference between losing a Blackguard unit and not losing a Blackguard unit. 11,000 gold in the treasury, and I got my 3 Blackguards to about half health damaged.
Enslave.
And that's Alistair White lying
What?
gone. And I
Feared
recovered
by
in
all.
2 turns.
Dreadlord
Don't risk a
of
lengthy
Nagaroth.
battle they ain't got to,
Black-hearted
wasting all kinds of time
Dreadlord.
when you can just auto-resolve them sometimes. Give me that.
Cruel and deadly.
Malevolent lord. The ocean awaits. Slaughter awaits.
They can't heal again for some strange reason, which is really odd.
Vicious
They heal really faster
dreadlord.
when they get in there. Right. Need 2 Blackguard, and I need 1 Shades of Greatswords. 2 turns, and that's also what it'll take him to recover.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Hateful bidding!
Because my plan is to... my plan was, hopefully they can do it themselves now. But my plan was to attack that and raise it anyway, so these goblins can occupy it. I've already destroyed that for him as well, because that's part of his province. So he's got a complete province with what any benefits come with that, and then he's also got a city. And because it's like a rogue army, they build really random and powerful armies, so he could make a very strong ally. And he's not a schemer either, so he's not like one of those who's gonna be betraying you or anything like that. It's this guy here. So all he's got is aggressive. With little regard for defence, which is fine because I'm defending as well, partly. But if he becomes really strong, it could be a very worthwhile ally. Because his armies are very unorthodox, and they're very hard for both lizard men, and especially the high elves to deal with. Because high elves run into an army like that. Fucking hell. Squigs, wolves, a shit ton of hydras, carnosaurs, more squigs, and 2 lots of ogres. They're going to struggle. And carnosaurs are going to rip apart anything that's large, like phoenixes or dragons. And then these are going to mince through fucking troops as well. Only thing that's going to kind of be strong against them is going to be like anything fire-based, like fire phoenixes, dragon princes, that sort of stuff. But they're going to hurt pretty much everything else. I've seen a Hydra beat fly before and take out 70% of a unit. Just deleted in one breath attack. And bear in mind they've got 3 of them each. So he's actually come up here then instead. Okay, fair enough. I can't remember if Tretch died. Where is the Chaos are really weak now? So Warhammer's on his last legs. It's both good and bad. It's both good and bad. Because they show the civilization trait will fall off. So people will stop allying up and stuff like that. And relations might start getting strained.
The whispers grow louder.
But then they also might all start coming across the ocean to attack me. Is the other potential downside. Oh, it's not level 3, is it? Fuck. What's this one got? Nothing. Right, in which case then, yeah, build that. I'll build the other one there, and then that one's got nothing special, so we can have a look what we want to build there.
Blood of the Fellheart.
Which means then there's not going to be any armies getting built behind me.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Only concern then, which I'm not even sure if they can be confederated, I don't know. I know some can be, and I know some can't be. Is these guys down here. The Sacred Pools people. Because they kind of operate like Wood Elves. They have a 10 province that's really big, and they sit a 20 stack army inside there. And that's basically all they do. They don't really do much else. The dwarves would have more of a problem with me if I was spreading corruption, but I'm not. So the dwarves are keeping to themselves as well. I'm not bothering them, they're not bothering me. But if I have to go to war with either of these, I can't take the provinces. So I just raise them and leave them as ruin. Which AI then comes sniffing for. Hopefully my ally would take them if they're any good for him. Or to be fair, allies just take them anyway, regardless whether they're good for him or not. They don't really care. he's got that covered, so let's bring Rin back up here. Well, in fact, no, we'll take him that way. Because I need to go and... I need to destroy that if they're not going to. He's there, okay.
Lord of Fear.
They wiped out Alistair and basically recovered.
Lord of the Black Court.
And they recover next turn and get the units back at a higher rank.
Favoured of the Witch King. With noble purpose. Let them know death's touch! More slaves are required! I march onwards!
There's two reasons I did that. One, they were coming up here to try and probably meet up with one or more of these armies and try and come at me in a group. If you get hit by multiple armies, it's not unwinnable, but obviously because I'm dependent upon units like Shades, they've got limited ammo. So you're always better off fighting one army at a time. And then the next army you can fight and you've got your full ammo back. And then obviously the next thing you want to do is make sure you reduce the casualties your Shades take. Because obviously if you've got less Shades, you've got less arrows to fire. So I don't really want to be taking on multiple armies in one big battle because it's not advantageous to ranged armies. Melee armies kind of can, but obviously they also get fatigued. So then, I don't know, say you've got a big breathing period where they're coming on like far side of map and you've lured that army to your corner. Maybe you've got time for your troops to regain their like fresh status or active status so they can then fight again. But obviously melee armies as well also do take some casualties, or at least some damage if it's like a single entity. So you will have that side, where obviously range units can go taking no casualties, but they will use ammo, and ammo is also a balance of power. So that can sometimes work against you, but you don't want to say use all your ammo to wipe out one army, for then second one to come in and you've barely got any ammo left. Because then it comes down to my characters and my 4 Blackguard. So you don't really want to be taking multiple armies. You want to make sure you're the attacker as well, not the attacked, because then you can control it with lightning strike, which they can't do anything about. And that's what I've done before when the High Elves start coming across from Northern. They might have 3 armies, and rather than, if they're in attack range, rather than getting attacked the next turn by 3 armies, which I know I can't win, I will attack them, lightning strike, kill 1 army. If I'm not too badly injured, I'll attack again, lightning strike and kill the second army. And then third army might fuck off, because my army is also really, really strong in auto-resolve. So you need to be really careful. As I said, on the campaign map is way more important than what happens in the battles. It's like chess. You've got to be careful you move your pieces. If you move your piece in the wrong location, something gets taken. Also, obviously ambushes can work as well, but obviously ambushes can also be foiled, is the problem with ambushes. So that's one way to try and take an attack and work it in your favour. Barring with the Sword of King after taking it off one of Church's Warlock Engineers, Warlock Masters, whatever you call them. Tyrion coming across
Absolutely
here.
not. Yes.
I'll probably attack him this turn and take him out.
Dread
I did
Lord
that
of
last
the
time with this
Druid.
army.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
There we go. The Black Hawk back to full
Fire
strength.
plan. Dread Lord of Nagaroth. I approve of these dark deeds.
Oops.
A novel prospect.
I don't want to be in March.
Unseen and deadly.
It's the ambushing there's not bad, 'cause it's at a bridge. So you'll get a bridge crossing battle. And if you get the bottleneck with a ranged army, especially something like Shades, unless you're also against a ranged army that can fight you on your own, like your turns, they ain't winning that fight.
The tower calls. Corsairs to me! A loyal first mate.
What we got here? Well, we'll get Deadly Onslaught first, so we can be popping that, and then we'll get both of those. I think that could be good for the leadership. Help the Black Arcs, maybe.
Ply the cruel seas.
39 is the last one, that one.
Bring fire and terror.
Public order on. Right, what I needed to do I've done, that was my plan. My plan was to take those provinces down there. I wiped out 2 armies in the progress because they'd been recruiting armies down there. That's now dealt with. I need to take that out, raise that, hopefully my ally is going to take it, and then I'm going to start march up. But I'm going to march up there with 1 army. I'll probably send Shakara that way, and then I'm going to jump Lokhir into the ocean with Canyu and Draven, and they're going to go across to Lothern, and then Hull's going to move up and support the flank of Shakara. It might leave some of our provinces a tad undefended here. They might try and just sneak round and take a coastal port or something.
Not
But
possible.
hopefully I'll be taking more of their stuff on there, so they'll lose out overall. Right.
What now?
I'll give it a quick save now I've done that bottom part, because I don't have to do that again.
Lord of the Black Court.
Quick save that. Casualties are we lose 3 Blackguard. For Lightning Strike, we lose 1 Blackguard. I'll take
The
that.
thrill of battle awaits.
1 Blackguard and we take out Tyrion. For the second time.
I require slaves. Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Yep.
Anchors away. Cain honors me.
That's Tyrion dealt with.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Normally you see Legendary Lord like Tyrion coming at you and you're like, oh no, oh dear, we're fucked. Well, not when you've got a decent army.
Noble born.
This fucking beast man, Ugrol Stoneheart, I see that guy normally spawn in the Empire. Fuck's he doing all the way over here? Research available, lovely. We got. Give me that. See if Darth can take him out. Oh, Darth gets him. all the blues maxed out that we need. Okay. See, this is the problem, they're still getting these military alliances. I think that's Tretch dead, I think. If he takes it out. He's not taking it out. Okay. That's weird. And here comes Monday again. I've just started playing my a Shin only units campaign over on Twitch as well, doing that once a week. Only unit I'm using that's not a Shin is warp grinders, purely so I can bring down walls in sieges. Pirates of Sartos have been destroyed. Okay. Fucking all the alliances. And see, the problem is as well, when Archeon dies, all these just come flying across the ocean. Is the problem. So then you've not got like one high elf army coming at you here and there, and maybe a lizardman army coming back down from north. You've got Bretonnians, you've got fucking Knights of Artois, you've got Dwarves, you've got Empire, you've got fucking Border Princes. And even if they send one army each, you've suddenly got 5-6 armies in one big fuck off clump. And that is the Order Tide.
Tyrant.
The thing that some people who want to play good factions say doesn't exist. Doesn't exist, does it? Try playing an evil faction and saying it doesn't exist. Evil factions in this game have a much harder time than the good guys.
Lord of the Black
because they haven't got many people to ally with. Even though the evil guys are generally, you know, skeptical dicks. So they don't generally ally up. And then you've got people who are backstabbers like most are undead. Well, you can't trust anyway. You can make an alliance with them, they'll break it 2 turns later.
Hated landwalkers! We are becalmed. I am going.
They changed that annoying thing with the ogres as well. I like these, but when I move onto the tile, it should be I move onto it, not moving past it. If I move onto it, then let me be able to activate it and negotiate or trade with the ogres or whatever. Not physically just moving past it. I hate that. See if Bale can take him. Nope, Bale failed. I don't mind any of those man units against these armies except those. Those new Coatls are fucking annoying. And it's purely because they can just spam vortex spells. The most broken shit fucking ever.
Come, join us.
Right, okay.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
So it's both a good and bad thing when Archeon finally croaks it. It'll be good because all this chaos corruption will start subsiding. and my lands will start untainting, so my public order is going to go back up. And then what I can do is I can turn on more slave locations for others. But at the moment I can't do that because the fucking corruption on top of everything else is too much. Like, that's -3 there, but 7 of it's down to corruption. Otherwise it'd be +4. Now +4 is still not amazing, and bear in mind I'm getting +4 from the bloody province fucking thing as well, owning the entire province. They've all pretty much got that on. Because what I use this for, if you've got an option like that, example is, you've got -4 for taxes, which you'll pretty much get in every difficulty, but then you've got -4 for difficulty level. Some difficulty levels don't have a minus, so you might have -1, where on very hard and legendary it's -4. So that basically counters out the difficulty level. So then I can try and moderate the rest of it. The faction part is the pendulum swing thing. If the public order gets too high, it gives you a bigger minus to try and make the public order go down a bit. But it'll only go down so far, then the faction part will like fall off, and your public order will start going back up again. But the corruption obviously is -7, and I've still got a +1. So without that I'd have +8. And bear in mind that's with -3 for slaves as well. So then I could chuck tons of slaves into that and not have to worry. And more slaves and more money. Plus obviously as well, you also use slaves for all these rights. You don't need as many as I've got, but you know, it's nice to have the option. Plus you've got a public order thing there. But what I generally do with this one is, I'll save that unless I've got a bunch of provinces about to revolt, or unless I've got a lord that's really low on loyalty. I usually save it for the lord, so what I don't want is lord fucking off with an entire army of shades, because that is something I don't want to fight.
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
Fear my malice. Vicious Dreadlord.
Druki servant.
Lord of the Black Court.
Yeah, what I might try and do is maybe, I think once I've got Malekith back up here, I might, I'm not sure if to build another Black Hawk or build another land-based army. Because now I should be able to afford it, even when it goes up another 15%, and keep a surplus. Oh shit. It's actually for my food, because I have a pie in them, because I'm actually recording this before my stream starts. We'll end this turn, see what happens. Here comes another random high elf army. Although, I like how it now says I'm stronger than the high elves by taking out just 3 of their armies. Oh, I wounded Bale. So I took out Tyrion, I took out Alariel, and I took out Alistair. And because I took out those 3 armies, balance of power got in my favour. And that's even with Arthurian having the Sword of Cain.
The Cracker Lord cometh. You...
A trade agreement with Noki. I'll give you a trade agreement, but I'm not paying you for it. No, I'm not giving you aggression. Oh, balls. Oh dear. Well, it's happened. You've all seen it. It has happened. Here it comes. Here comes the fucking Order Tide. I hope my ally gets his shit together. I gave him 60,000 gold. He's got enough to build up his tiny little 3 towns and the city he's gonna have, and get some really strong fucking armies. So, Warriors of Chaos just got destroyed. They are now dead, so Archeon got caught and killed. So the Chaos Corruption is going to start declining. So I can now probably put more slaves into more provinces. Yep, they're all in a plus already. Fucking hell, that's in a plus of 16. Hang about, what the fuck is that? Wish you could click on them from that. Is that this thing? That's this thing. Well, actually, it's got that. Yeah, we could actually put slaves into that. Fuck it. Although it's new, we could put slaves into it. This one's got +2 public order. That's not so good. That one's got -1. And that's got +1. Is Creeping Jungle here? Creeping Jungle's there. Right, okay. There's that one there, but once the Chaos Corruption's gone, that's -9. So I'll have +10 public order. So I should be good to be able to have slaves in there. And then here, Corruption's -6, so I'll have +8. So I could probably put some slaves in there as well, just to keep an eye on it.
Black-hearted. Death!
See if I can reach them.
Death and carnage await. Bind them.
Yeah, she doesn't need that.
My glorious victory.
Yeah.
Weigh anchor!
Oh no!
Dreadlord of the
Pulled
Druid.
her out the fucking boat.
Double time, plotting a course. This is a fool's errand.
Observing these thralls.
Right. I'm going to call this part here. We'll look to be in a good place. We've got military ally here who's now built a lot of armies. He's got 3, well, a half stack-ish, another one there, some nasty creatures, a full stack there, basically Carnosaur spam, which actually be really good against Usman. And then he's starting a 4th army. So he could potentially help if he gets rolling. I'm sending Malekith back up. He's going to take that out so they can occupy it. And then I'm going to start my armies rolling out. And I'm going to head over to Orthwan and go north into the northern part of Lustria next time. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, give me a like. If you're new around here, drop me a subscription. It's free. Don't cost you anything. Helps grow the channel as well. And if you drop me a comment below, I'll reply to you. Take care everyone and have a great day.